Day 570 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 1018, binary prefix divisible by 5. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given a binary array num 0 index. We define x of I as the number whose binary representation is the subarray nums of 0 through I for most significant bit to least significant bit. For example, if nums equals an array of integers 1, 0, 1, then x of 0 is equal to 1, x of 1 is equal to 2, and x of 2 is equal to 5. Return an array of booleans answer where answer of I is true if xi is divisible by 5. All right, y'all, so that may seem a little bit confusing at first. So let's go ahead and take a look at these examples just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have our input nums equals an array of integers 0, 1, 1. The output is true, false, false. Explanation says the numbers in the binary are 0, 0, 1, and 0, 1, 1, which are 0, 1, and 3 in base 10. Only the first number is divisible by 5, so the answer of 0 is true. So let's break this down one step further, right? We have this an array of integers, and we want to get the binary representation of each subarray. So this right here would be 0. This subarray with just the 0 would be 0, right? In binary. Then we have this 0, 1 in binary. So we come over here, 0, 1. Okay, 0 in binary equals 0. 0, 1 in binary equals 1. And then finally, if we have this whole subarray, this right here, it would be 0, 1, 1 and binary equals 3. Boom. So out of these numbers right here, 0, 0, 1, and 3, only one that is divisible by 5 will be 0 because we still get 0. And then these two are not divisible by 5. So that's why we put true for index 1 because 0 is divisible by 5. Then if we go here, 1, that's false because 1 is not divisible by 5. And same with this. If we go this and we include this whole array, which will give us 3, 3 is not divisible by 5 either, so we return false. Boom. So just in case that didn't make sense to y'all, let's take a look at the second example. So in example 2, we have the input nums equals an array of integers 1, 1, 1. The output is false, false, false because 1 in binary is just 1. 11 in binary would be 3. So let's just clean this up. Boom, boom. This would be 1. This would be 3. And then 1, 1, 1. Sorry, y'all, this would be 1. 1, 1, 1 would be 7. Now, none of these integers, 1, 3, or 7, are divisible by 5. So we return false, false, and false, y'all. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. And now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. The solution is not that difficult at all. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing we are going to do is we're going to create our result array, and we're going to start just initialize it with all falses up to nums.count. So we're going to declare a variable called res. We're going to set that equal to open up the square bracket bool, come outside the square bracket. So it's going to be an array of booleans, and it's going to be repeating colon falses, comma, count, colon, that's going to be nums.count. Boom. Then we're going to create a variable that will track the running binary value module 5. So we're going to come underneath this, and we're going to declare another variable called remainder, and we are going to set that equal to 0. Boom. Then we're going to loop through each bit and its index. So we're going to say for, open up the parentheses, I, comma, n, come outside the parentheses. We're going to say n, nums.enumerated, open up the parentheses. And what this enumeration is going to do is going to get us the index and then n will store the value. So in this case, it'll get us index 0 and the value will be 0, right? Or in this case over here, it'd be index 2 with a value of 1. Boom. That's what the enumerator does, gives us the index and the value of that index. Now we're going to shift previous value left and add the current bit, then take the module 5 to keep the value small. So we're going to say remainder equals, open up the parentheses, open up some more parentheses. We're going to say remainder, then we're going to say left shift 1. Come outside of that, we're going to say plus n. Come outside of that, we're going to say mod 5. Boom. And if the remainder is 0, then this prefix is divisible by 5. So we could say res square bracket I. We could set that equal to remainder equals 0. So once again, this is going to return a Boolean. So if the remainder is equal to 0, it'll return true. And if the remainder is not equal to 0, it means it's not divisible by 5, and it will return false. Boom. And add that to the res array up here. Boom. Then all we have to do is return the res array by coming right here, and we could say return res, y'all. Boom. That's all she wrote. Let's give it a run before we submit it. Make sure it works properly. Okay, it's accepted. So let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. Okay, let's see. Let's give it some time. We had a network error. Let's run it. And look at that, y'all. 0 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. So with that being said, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.